Hello again YouTube, it's new gear day again today. Today I've taken receipt of the Hultafors OK1. This is a upgraded version of the Hultafors GK and basically comes with an additional belt loop, which is this thing here, and a black and finish. So let's get cracking, and we'll see what it looks like. So first thing, this is it, Hultafors OK1. You can see there, blade length of 93mm, can be used to batten, strike a ferro rod, etc, etc. Made by Hultafors in Sweden, a well-established tool maker, and probably I think it's the oldest axe maker in I think it's in the world. I think it's been making axes since the 1600s. So I've just taken the tie wrap off the thing here. So to get this off, take the knife out. I'll have a quick look at that later. And then just separate the belt clip from the card. Okay, what you can see there, inside the standard Hultafors Craftsman knife belt scabbard is the button. So I actually thought that this new belt loop that they've come up with might, because it's just a piece of elastic just there, it might actually cause the scabbard to come through. But what they've actually done is they've put a button on the belt loop there, and it's the same kind of button that you can find on the Snickers workwear and a lot of the Scandinavian sort of forest trousers that have a slot built into the leg of the trouser and a button above it. So things like this can just slot straight in and hold in place, and then that closes around the button. It's not a bad system, but it's just not one that I'll be using, because I don't have any trousers with buttons on the outside of the pocket the outside of the leg near the pocket. So that's why I bought this. I've also actually inquired to Hultafors about them supplying these for the other knives in their range, because most of the knives in their range use this same polypropylene scabbard, very similar to a Mora, and these would be ideal. I mean, it would fit my Hultafors GK very well. In fact, I'll stop the video in a minute and I'll go and get the GK so you can do a side-by-side comparison of the OK1 with the GK. So yeah, quick note on the belt loop then. So you've got a loop to take a belt, fairly wide belt. It would probably take a military webbing belt. Don't have one to hand, but maybe I'll go and grab Tom's from upstairs. And then you've got the elastic loop for an 80mm ferrocerium rod. In fact, it could probably take probably a 12.5 as well, if you're so inclined. I think the standard size is about 8mm. Both my ferro rods are 8mm. Anyway, so that's the belt loop. And as I say, the scabbard is just a standard scabbard that comes with all the Hultafors knives. Fairly robust. The belt loop just clicks there. Drop the knife in and it doesn't want to come out. I mean, I'm not putting any pressure on there and it's not wanting to come out. I've seen guys put a Ranger band inside there so they can just pull it over, just for a bit of peace of mind really, but I've not had one of these. Well, I've got the GK, my boy used it at the Worsborough Mill meetup weekend, and it certainly didn't come out of the scabbard or the sheath, so it kind of works. Anyway, so that just simply drops in there, up to the ridge, and then you put your button through like so, pull it up and then click that. And there's actually a little ridge on the inside of this plastic belt loop that actually forces the button down into the slot, so it ain't going to come off. And that's the OK1. Now this is a recent addition to their catalogue. I'll do an A/B comparison with the GK shortly, but it's basically an updated GK. The main differences being, let's move it for closer. You've got the blackened blade, obviously. The blade width is the same. It's the same blade as the GK, the same Japanese carbon steel, and you've also got a metric and an imperial scale on the blade, so you can do a bit of measuring. Not that I really need to. If I need to do measuring, I've got a ruler on my compass. I think there's also a bit of a ruler on my Leatherman as well. But the major difference between this, other than coatings and markings on the blade, is the fact that they've actually gone to the trouble of grinding the spine of the knife flat. Okay, I'm just going to go and grab the GK and I'll bring you back. Hi, back again. Right, just going to grab my Hultafors GK with my homemade 50mm webbing belt loop. So this is the GK, same size blade, same handle profile, but what they've done is they've changed the shade of plastic. So obviously the OK1 is a darker shade of green, so I guess it's less obtrusive. This is kind of like a grass green, and this is more like a forest green. If that's not showing up particularly well, I mean, you can see the two shades there. I'm trying not to cut my fingers. The blade profiles are identical. The blade thickness is identical, but I don't know whether you can see that. I've actually had to put this in the vise and run the file over the spine of this just to sharpen up the edges so I can use it as a striker. Whereas this one already has a very, very pronounced 90-degree edge on there. But for all of the intents and purposes, these are the same knife. The GK, they're about $5.99, and you're getting a very robust, a very durable, basic outdoor knife for that kind of money. There's people doing all kinds of nasty things to these knives on YouTube, and they just continue to deliver. There are a few horror stories about the knife, the handles breaking or whatever. They're not full tang knives, but I don't anticipate doing a lot of heavy chopping or heavy splitting with a knife such as this. This is more of a fine precision tool rather than a blunt instrument where you're going to start hacking away at something. I mean, that's not to say that you can't do it, but it's just not what I use a knife like this for. This is for whittling. You know, removing bark and making points on things, making tent pegs and tools, and you know, getting the point in and digging out, you know, for putting maybe a dish in some timber or whatever. If I need to prepare wood, big lumps of wood for whatever, I've got an axe, I've got a folding timber saw, I've got a machete. If I need to have big, you know, prepare big lumps of wood, then I've got the tools to help me do that. This thing is not for that. This is a, you know, a sharp cutting implement. I guess you could also use it for game preparation, but I've got a stainless knife, which I'd probably use that for you know, for doing stuff with food and whatnot. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this knife at the minute. Let me go and grab some paper and the ferro rod, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so this is an indoor review. Obviously I don't have any lumps of wood available to start hacking away at, or making feather sticks or stuff like that. I may do a supplementary video outside in one of the local woodlands, but here's a piece of paper. Let's just see. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's quite sharp. I'm starting to lose a little bit now, but yeah, certainly sharp enough. Might benefit from a bit of fettling on a strop, which I have. Okay, this is my ferro rod. So this is obviously, that fits in there nicely. I've got a bit of elastic here. Obviously I need to perhaps, this elastic's been sized to go on my Leatherman tool, which is over there in its pouch, which has got a slightly deeper sleeve. So you can see how that fits together, or if you were so inclined you could do it that way to get the handle out of the way of here, so it doesn't interfere with your grip on the knife for getting it out. But see if that fits. Now then, oh my, oh, there we are, one spark. Ah, there we go. We'll have to tidy that up before the last comes in. Plenty of sparks once I get my technique right. Yep, so that's working. Here we go. So the initial thoughts, pretty good. Is it worth the extra £9? Well, considering I paid £15 for it anyway, what are you getting? You're still getting a very, very good knife. Sits well in the hand. There's also a drain hole at the bottom. I don't know whether you spotted that earlier. Yeah, so I got this direct from Snickers UK, which is the Hultafors retail outlet here in the UK. You can buy anything from the Hultafors catalogue off that website. Work clothes, tools, anything that Hultafors make under the Hultafors brand or the Snickers brand, which is their like workwear range. You can get that. It's not the cheapest. I won't say it's expensive, but it's kind of middling on price. And you probably, you know, if you shop around, once these knives become a bit more known about and people start stocking them, I think the only other place I've seen them stocked is Henny Haynes. And the OK1, which I've got here, was the same price as the OK4, which is the same package with an improved handle. So much in the same way as Mora, some of the knives in the Mora range have gone to a two-part handle with hard plastic and some soft rubber. The Hultafors knives are also going down that line. So the OK1 has the standard Hultafors handle, and the OK4 has the comfort grip handle, and you're going to pay another couple of quid just for that privilege. I just went for this one because I know what I was getting. I've already got the GK, and I just wanted another one with the nice belt loop. I mean, the thing that sells it for me is the belt loop. Why they don't make these available for the other knives, I don't know. Well, I've already mentioned that, and I'm waffling. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just a quick look. I'm going to try and get out this weekend and maybe take a bit of video of this knife in action. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for staying with the channel, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all your likes, and take care out there, and I hope to see you sometime in the great outdoors. Cheers, bye for now.